Did anyone read the newspaper? The LA Times leaked all the winners. How thoughtful of them!
Oh, well, my name is Jessica Sherr. I'm the actress and the playwright of the acclaimed solo show Bette Davis Ain't for Sissies. It's about young Bette Davis in the 1930s and her fight in Hollywood, all the way through the later years of her life, and seeing this person who's this tenacious star fighting her way through the studio system.
Once you lose your looks, gotta button your top button, can't show off your gabs. They are the boys' club. And we women of a certain age are not allowed in.
Bette is someone we can all learn from. She was one of the first people to really stand up and fight for what she believed to be right in Hollywood. So I feel that the show is important to tell her story.
Joan Crawford, the devil's alive and well. What brings you to my dressing room? Did someone die?
So working with Karen Carpenter has been amazing. She's a Drama Desk award-winning director, and she is so fantastic to work with. She just enriched it and made it pop and be absolutely incredible.
Baby Jane allowed me to unleash all my life's past and put it somewhere sacred. The big screen.
This show is for everyone. If you're a Bette Davis fan, you must come because you'll see what you love about Bette. And if you don't know anything about Bette Davis, you'll learn about this wonderful woman and her fight in Hollywood. So it's for everybody.
I am larger than life, bigger than the big screen. I am an actress.
Task. I mean, what kind of research did you do?
I've been playing it for 12 years.
Wow.
I've actually performed over 450 shows, 30 states, 3 countries.
What's the one thing that you have to get right?
Well, you have to get her voice.
Yeah.
And I worked really hard to make sure that I had Bette's voice from the inside out. So I knew I was playing her as a woman. And also, she's not just an actress. She was a real person, and she was a fighter. It's like every time I do the show, I learn something about myself, and the world keeps changing. They're hearing Bette's story and voice come out differently.
Oh, you're fiery just like her, Jessica.
Thank you.
I used to fight for good roles. Now I can't even fight for any of my age range.
Thank you so much for being here. You have Bette Davis eyes.
I know, it was uncanny. I had to learn a lot about myself in order to play her. And so I started to research her from the inside out, and I fell in love with Bette and her fight in Hollywood. She's the first woman of her time to really stand up and fight for what she believed in.
If you could say one thing to Bette Davis.
I, as Jessica, have learned so much from her. I would love people to be able to see her fierceness.
They can go to BetteDavisAin'tForSissies.com.
When did you realize that you had Bette Davis eyes and a whole show to match?
Absolutely. It was an iconic moment in my life. I was walking around New York City and people would stop me and they'd say, you know what? You look like a young Bette Davis. I realized the power of theater and the power the audiences need to feel, especially in today's world. They need to feel something.
Is there a line that really gets the audience going?
Well, usually when I tell the audience at the very end, I say, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
About Bette's scarf, gloves, earrings, how does putting those on just change your performance?
I mean, I was so lucky. I was gifted these items by Catherine Cermak, who was Bette Davis's assistant the last 10 years of her life.
Wow.
And she said, Bette would have wanted to have these and wear them on stage. So when I put them on as an actress, I become Bette. When I go into her gloves and her scarf and this feeling that, you know, every actress needs to know that you're doing something right, I always feel that Bette has chosen me for that moment.
You know, we're so happy that you're here and so
Thank
much
you.
to look forward to for all the fans out there.
Thank
you,
you.
Jessica.